Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, H8, K1, DMG Blockchain, and Digihost. Okay, let's jump right into it. So Bitcoin had a new all-time high today, close to 65,000 US dollars. So that's very good. Also Ethereum had a new all-time high. So the cryptos are doing very well. Bitcoin is right now dropping. It would be nice to hold this line here at 62,000 here. Maybe we get a drop down here. We will see where this ends. But we are still very high on Bitcoin. And these corrections are normal. But yeah, when we go to the crypto stocks, it looks not so good. They're all in red. You can say the miners are minus 10 approximately. Okay, Argo is doing a little bit better today. Then we have the US miners minus 15%. We have the crypto exchange stocks like Big Digital minus 27%. So it had a huge rise in the last few days. Sorry. Yeah, but you can see it's all in red. And I think a big reason for this is the Coinbase IPO, which took place today. Where is Coinbase? We have it here. So that's the chart here. So it looks also not so nice, to be honest. It always happens in these IPOs. The people are FOMOing in and then the sell-off happens. But I don't think this company is overvalued, to be honest. It's approximately right now at 100 billion valuation. So a lot of money from these other stocks is flowing into this Coinbase stock, I think, today. And yeah, it's at 100 billion approximately right now. Yeah, but they had a profit in Q1 or a revenue of 1.8 billion US dollars. So I think the profit should be at approximately 1 billion or so. So if you multiply this with 4, you get 4 billion in profit. And I think the bull market is not over right now. You cannot be sure about this, but there should be a lot of trading in this year. So there could be better quarters for Coinbase. That means that the profit or the revenue could go significantly up, especially if Bitcoin goes to 200 or 300,000, for example, and we get a lot of trading, a lot of new people in there. The valuation could be a lot higher, that's for sure. But I don't think it makes sense to sell all your other stocks right now to move into Coinbase. Because I mean, Coinbase can make approximately can make a 5x or so this year. That's possible, I think, if we get this crazy crypto market, or maybe even more. But all these smaller caps stocks here, like the miners or the exchange stocks and so on, in my opinion, they have a higher leverage, a higher possibility to the upside. But you can see on these days they also have a huge leverage to the downside. On these days, it always makes sense to focus on the fundamentals. As an investor, you should always be on the fundamentals, especially in crypto, because if you're investing because you think the price will go up tomorrow, you will lose. And there's a good saying in crypto, and it's always true, I think. First, you have to lose money to make money. I think this is also for the crypto stock. It's not an easy game. You have to have really nerves of steel. On these days, it's better to walk away, to go outside and to do something different, and to not panic. And on these days, only the true investors, they stay in these stocks because they have invested, because they see some value in these companies. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because first of all, we can see the mining profitability here for Bitcoin mining, which is at 40 cents per day per terahash, which is I think one of the highest mining profitabilities in this year or in this bull run, because the hash rate is dropping a little bit. The transaction fees are going up because people are trading a lot right now. So that's very good for the Bitcoin miners. So they are making a lot of money. You can see it here. For example, this is the data for Bitfarms. They have 1.2 exahash in hash rate, approximately 70 megawatts in power consumption, and 4 cents per kilowatt or something like this. So the gross profit per month is like 10 million right now US dollars. So the gross profit per year is 120 million right now. So they're very profitable, no matter what these stock prices are doing. These companies from the fundamental side, they're improving every day. because Bitcoin is going up, mining profitability is going up, and their Bitcoin holdings are going up. So that's very important to understand and to always, see these numbers here again. Also here for Riot, for example, they have 1.3 exahash right now, a power consumption of 50 megawatts or so, 4 cents. So they're close to 12 million per month right now, and the profit is 140 million US dollars, the gross profit. And they will get a lot more hash rate in the upcoming months, like Mara, like the other miners. Yeah, and you can see here, for example, the market cap here. So Bitfarms right now is at 640 million US dollars, the market cap, and the gross profit is at 120 with the data of right now. I mean, if you think the bull market is over, you should not invest in these companies, that's for sure. I personally think we are just at the beginning. Maybe we get a major drop now, or maybe later. That's always possible in crypto. These for Bitcoin, for example. But even if we drop to 30,000 or so, these companies are still very profitable. They would have a gross mining margin of 60% when the price is at 30,000, for example. Right now, the gross mining margin is above 80%, 85% or so for these companies. So you can see the market cap, especially here for the smaller miners, from they are not listed on NASDAQ, for Hive, for HUD, for Bitfarms. Argo also dropped below 1 billion. Yeah, we can see the US miners here, they're still above 4 billion. That's very strong. And we have Digihost here at 92 million, which is also, in my opinion, very cheap right now. So from the fundamental side, nothing happened here. But a lot of people are selling because I don't know why. So then we have this Coinbase thing. Bitcoin proxies stumble as Coinbase opens at 100 billion, bigger than Fidelity and Vanguard. So that was really a big IPO. And I think this is the reason here for the big drop of these stocks today, or one of the reasons here. Maybe some people anticipate now a drop in Bitcoin. That's also possible. Who knows? Let's move on. Then we have Van Eck launches a digital transformation ETF. So you can see the big guys, they're moving in. So I think what's happening right now is something like a redistribution. We also have this in crypto. A lot of people are selling their Bitcoins. I see this, I hear this, because they think, we're at the top, it's over. And I buy me a car or a house or something like this. But that's when the big guys step in and they take all these cryptos and they hodl these cryptos. So we can see every day one big Wall Street company or so, they're moving in. They are launching here these ETF, for example, also with crypto companies. I think they're focused on NASDAQ, so that's why it's very important to be on the NASDAQ. So I hope these smaller miners from the Canadian exchange or Argo, they can go to NASDAQ soon. So they will include digital asset exchanges, miners, payment gateways, hardware, and technology providers. So all these companies will be in this ETF. So do you think they move in because they think it's over? I don't think so. Then we have Bitcoin Archive, Bitcoin whatever. Britain's most expensive apartment is on sale for 240 million Bitcoin accepted as payment. The world is changing. So you can see the adoption is happening. We have seen PayPal, Visa, and all these guys. So there's a lot of, on fundamental side, a lot of things happening. Then we have Arcflow Biogas facility could create renewable energy for data center. So we can see it everywhere that the renewables are increasing for mining or for data centers. So this is becoming more and more important. So they use biogas power plants here. In Germany, we have also a lot of smaller biogas plants from farmers. They have like 200 kilowatt or so. I'm always thinking when they don't get enough money for the electricity there, they should mine these Bitcoins. So I think there are a lot of business cases out there. I think where I will focus on when I create my business in the summer, to do something like consulting for all these guys. Also, we have a lot of solar power here in Germany installed. And after 20 years, you don't get these money from these fixed money from the state or so. And then you have to think about how can I create value with my solar power plant on the roof or so. And I think yeah, there are a lot of opportunities out there for Bitcoin mining, for example. So I think this will increase in the upcoming years. Digihost announces change of auditor, engages international audit firm Raymond Chabot Grant Thornton LLP. So yeah, we had this little mistake in these filings in Q3, so I think that's a good change here. Yeah, and also they say they want to increase the exposure to the US. So Michael Amar, the CEO, also stated, I would like Digihost to have broader access to US capital markets as well as larger US equity exchanges. So they're talking about US exchanges. So I think the goal of Digihost is clear, to list on a US exchange. I think this can take some time here for Digihost, but they will all try to get there. And I think this is very important because we can see that on the smaller exchanges, I think a lot of manipulation happening. There's not that much liquidity and so on. So that's very important and the real next step for these companies. Yeah, then we have Marathon Digital Holdings. So they have a new website, which looks very nice. I really like this one. Yeah, I will dig a little bit deeper into it, but I think that's important to get more professional. I think Riot has a new website since 1 or 2 weeks. I think Digihost should have soon a new website because the old website is not looking good. And all the other miners should think about it, because when your website is like 3 years old or so, people want to see something new. So that would, yeah, it's good to make the next step here also in this PR stuff, in my opinion. Yeah, and then they have this presentation here for Mara. I think you know it. This is from March. So here they say what they expect. We know that the hash rate is going up, so maybe they will not mine with the 10 exahash. I don't think they will mine like 55 or 60 bitcoins per day. So yeah, maybe they will mine the half, maybe like 30 bitcoins a day. But if Bitcoin is trading at $200,000 or so, this could be like yeah, 6 million per day or something like this. And you can see the cost right now is at yeah, close to $5,000 per Bitcoin. So if the hash rate doubles, you have $10,000 per Bitcoin in operating costs. So that's nothing. If Bitcoin is, for example, at 100 or 200 or 300,000, I don't know where it's going. Yeah, and even with the price of today, like 60,000 per Bitcoin, they would generate like 103 million in revenue per month, and the gross profit would be at 95 million. So I mean, the opportunities are so big for this company, and I really think that a lot of I think we're very, very early in this space, and I often forget this. I always think that a lot of people are in there for like 3 years, like me, and have analyzed everything. No, I think we're very, very early. A lot of people, yeah, they really have to figure out what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain, and what is Bitcoin mining, and why this is becoming so big in the future. We are very, very early, and that's when you see this huge volatility, because the people don't know really what they're holding. So we need some time to get these financials out with the big numbers and so on, and then this will get more stable. But we're still very early in this space. I always have to remember myself about this, because yeah, I often forget about this. Okay, so then we have the crypto exchange reserves, which are still very low, so there are no big inflows or so to the exchanges right now. So it does not look like that a lot of people want to sell right now. Who knows? But yeah, it's very stable down here at 2.25 million coins on the exchanges. So that's not an increase or something like this. Yeah, also the miners are not selling here. The miners position index, we can see we're still very low. So if it would be a 2 here, like here, that would mean that miners are starting selling. But we can see the miners are hodling, so that's a bullish sign here. And also the hash rate of Bitcoin, yeah, it's going up, but it's not going crazy. We can see that the next difficulty adjustment will be in 1 day, so it's not far away, and it's approximately at 1%. So last time it was 5.8%, so that was a little bit bigger, but the next one here is at approximately 1% or so. That means that there is no real difficulty increase in the upcoming 14 days, which is also very important here. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin here right now it's holding the line. We will see. Maybe there will be a little sell-off here to the stop loss, to trigger the stop losses here. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow is gonna be a total different day. Maybe we're tomorrow in green. I don't know. Who knows what crypto is doing? But it's always important to step one step back. These stocks, they drop very hard, but when they rise very hard. Okay, in the last 2 months, it was more dropping, to be honest, than rising. But yeah, in December, January, and February, that was what was very good time. So it always surprises to you to the upside and to the downside. Yeah, what I can tell you here is this is the BMX here since January or something like this, or December. You can see that all these cryptos here on the these crypto stocks, these miners on the value side here in my model, they increased all here significantly. So it's not that, so the Bitcoin holdings increased, the Bitcoin price increased, their hash rate increased, so they're all moving up. So the value is improving. I think all the models which you will use will tell you this, because the fundamentals are improving for these miners. And what we can see here on the BMXI, so this year was February when the prices of these stocks were very high. So that was a good time here for selling, to be honest. But we are now moving up here again in the BMXI and all these the most of these companies. So that means that it's now more a buying territory. So I will track these lines here more because it suggests when you're at 0.1 to 0.4 or so, like here, that's a very good selling opportunity, I think. And yeah, when you're at 0.8 to 0.2 here in this range, a lot higher in the BMXI, that's a good buying opportunity. So we always should use these times to learn about the fundamentals, what is going on the data side here, and not focus always on the price, because the price always fools you. It's driven by emotions. I think when you look at the numbers here, for example, a gross profit of 120 million right now, and if Bitcoin goes to 200,000, for example, which a lot of models suggest, this profit would be a lot higher, and yeah, the market cap is at 600 million or so. For me, this is very, very ridiculous cheap, to be honest. But the market will figure it out later. Okay, guys. So not an easy day for a crypto stock investor. But what can we do? I mean, we can cry, we can sell down there, or we can stay strong. We can learn from this, and improve our steps for these for the next moves and improve our strategy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will not cry here. I will stick to my companies because I really believe in these companies. I think we are very, very early. The companies are not understood by the market, in my opinion, and that's why I will invest more in these companies when I get more cash. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.